Hi guys, I'm Amy Paffrath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the world.
Today we're talking about a man who helps his mom walk again and a historic agreement over Antarctica.
Plus, we've got an interview with actor Varun Pruthi. You may remember we talked about him on the show. Now he's on the show.
You found him on YouTube and then you found him
on Twitter,
his butt
and
here.
now he's here. He is here in the flesh.
There's a lot of good news out there, so start us off. What's some good
Let's
news
get into
that you
it. Meet 10-year-old Palestinian journalist
Okay.
Jana Jihad is 10 and has been reporting from the West Bank for 3 years. Take a look at this.
Sending like the Palestinian children message and my message and our message.
Can we say future Soledad O'Brien?
Wow.
I mean, I studied journalism and I was never in that close of conflict as this little girl.
And so like confident and professional.
And so poised and
Yeah.
just really telling what's happening. She's definitely needed out there in the world. She says she wants to study at Harvard and work at CNN. So
Well, good luck.
make your way over
You've
here,
already
sister.
got a good reel going.
Absolutely.
Let's just say that, right?
You are ready for the big leagues.
All right, so I've got a story, Amy. 6 years in the making. A bunch of countries finally determined that there's some waters in the Antarctica region, known as Ross Sea, that is now an official marine protected area.
Ooh,
The
okay.
size is double the size of Texas, which is huge.
Okay.
It's home to over 10,000 species, including orcas, whales, seals, and penguins.
Wow.
And it's really historic because this is one of the first times where countries who all have kind of jurisdiction outside of their country are agreeing to making this
This
a
is
protected
international
area.
waters?
Yes.
Who governs over Antarctica? That's a great
Isn't
question.
that interesting? So you have multiple countries that are agreeing to have worked out this deal, and it falls outside of their own country.
This is wonderful.
So it's good news for this part of the world.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, for-
especially good because a lot of whaling and fishing kept going into that area where people used to think it was just going to be protected on its own.
Right.
But it's a 35 years starting December in 2017. So hopefully it'll get
Wow.
renewed if the results are good in saving all these
This
species.
is awesome. I think it
Yeah.
definitely shows that we care about what's happening to our planet, and we need to slow down, the ice caps melting and all these things that are negative. So that's a positive step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Love hearing that. Okay, meet Sean. He taught his mom, Ebony, how to walk again and speak after her insurance wouldn't cover her therapy sessions. Check this out. There he is, just so patient, so
Yeah.
kind, and so just being there for someone who needed him. So Ebony had a pretty rough upbringing in Cleveland and just had a lot of setbacks in her life. Then on June 30th, 2012, her strength was tested ever than before when she was run over by a speeding car. She had so many life-threatening injuries, was in a coma for 2 months and told she would never walk again.
Wow.
There she is, living proof that, miracles happen, and her son is the one who helped her nurse her back to health after her insurance fell through.
That is love on such a deep level
I
with your
know.
family, and especially if you hear, I can't imagine hearing the words of "you'll never walk
Right,
again,"
I know.
and then to overcome that and to prove that wrong is just incredible.
She even wrote a book about the whole thing because this woman is such a fighter and she's overcome so many other obstacles. It is called Survival Story, and you can check it out at thesurvivalstory.org.
All right, well,
read
here's
more.
our last story. So, Cibani, you know what that is?
The yogurt?
The yogurt.
Cibani!
Cibani, right?
Greek
okay.
yogurt, yeah.
So the CEO recently became a father earlier in the year, and his experience made him change some company policy. Take a guess. What do you think he changed? Because he's now a
Parental
father.
leave.
Yes. So not parental, paternity
Paternal.
leave.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
The company now is offering 6 weeks paid paternity leave
That
to
is
its employees, over
fantastic.
2,000 employees, and it's for men, women, and people with adoption. And this story actually hits home because I have 2 friends that just adopted, and 3 weeks for one of them. The other one didn't even get
Wow.
paternity leave. So it's crazy that some companies for men
Won't recognize
don't
anything.
recognize that.
Yeah.
So, Cibani changing it because of his personal experience. He said, being a dad is also the hardest job I've ever had. It started a lot of conversations with folks about how we can better support new parents here at Cibani. So hopefully some other companies will take example of his lead.
Yeah, I think it's so important because motherly bonding is just as important as paternal.
Mm-hmm.
It's family time. So I think that's wonderful, and I do hope other companies take note. I read something else about Cibani, something good that they did. It's not coming to me, but they are a good company.
Look it up and let us know.
Yeah, look it up. Tell us what else they've done that's good.
And good yogurt. I like their Greek
Oh, their yogurt's really good. So
good.
shop Cibani. All right, coming up next, we have actor Varun Pruthi. Don't go anywhere. Well, a couple weeks ago, we discussed a story that really moved me, and it was by an actor, YouTuber, Varun Pruthi, and it turns out he's here joining us on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Your work is incredible, and you're wearing the shirt, Bringing Humanity Back. That is your company, your logo, your mission in life.
It's a mission to inspire anybody we can.
And I love that. And so where did this start from? Where did you get this desire to go out into the world and make these videos and share them?
So it all actually started with me. You know, like they say, I don't give because I have too much. I give because I know the pain of not having.
That's beautiful.
So that's where it started, because I have seen that struggles and not giving up in life.
And you're empathetic to that situation.
Exactly.
When did you start documenting it and then showing it on YouTube and kind of using that as a platform?
I used to sit and think what the resources I have, and then I would think like, how can I reach the masses? You know, not just like, because just me helping someone would not change the world unless everybody joins with me. So then I came up with an idea, why not, when I'm helping and someone financially and also mentally, have that in the video so people could see it, and I could use my skills, which I have learned, to inspire people. And when they'll see the video, they'll be like, you know what, oh my God. I'll give an example. Like, every time we help someone and we make a video out of it, when people see it, they're like, I used to pass that guy every day, but I never saw him the way you showed him. So now, and they were like, now I saw the video, the next day, the next thing I'm gonna do is go to them in the morning and help them and buy something from them. There was a social experiment we did in India, where it was like an accident victim was, dying on the street. And I don't know if you've seen that video. That was my first video, which went viral all over the world. And I was playing that victim. It was a social experiment, and I was covered in blood, trying to find help. And everybody was just passing by. And even if people stopped, they would just stop to look at me. Like, they would not even call an ambulance. Actually, the ambulance passed by.
What's the feedback you're getting from your followers on your YouTube channel or social media outlets when they watch your content?
The most amazing thing which happens is like they're getting inspired. Like, I get so many stories, so many videos, which they do the same way we do it, so they could feel the part of the mission. Because every time someone asks me, so many people ask me, like, how can I be a part of your mission? How can I be? I was like, it's not my mission, it's humanity. All you have to do is just do what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be with me to inspire.
it.
You say,
You're
though,
the
you don't have to
leader.
do it with a camera, though. Just do it in your, like, you could share it if you want to.
Exactly.
But also do it in your own way, in your own life. You don't have to put it on a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
We do have to share these stories, because if we don't talk about them, nobody knows they exist, and nobody can be inspired to
Well,
go
let
and
me
live,
ask you something.
walk that walk.
Media, most of the time, show negative.
That's why we're doing this show.
Exactly, right?
100%.
That's the only reason I'm here, because you guys just care about positivity, and it's so amazing when you just talk about positive, you attract positive. So if you could show all the negative things in the world, why can't you document the good things?
Yeah.
I have a simple question.
It's just as easy.
And it's also to say, all of us have hard things that go on in our life. We're
Exactly.
dealing with pain, suffering, whatever it might be. But there's that element of bringing in the positivity.
Finding
Bringing
the
in
silver
people-
lining.
The people who do bring that in and out of you.
Exactly.
And I'm going to challenge anyone who's watching this to do, in this week, a random act of kindness to a stranger and see what happens.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Inspired by you. Thank you so much for joining us.
And you're
Thank
also
you so
doing a
much.
school tour as well. You do motivational speaking, right?
Yeah, I do motivational speaking because I want to inspire students and youth and everybody to not give up in life. Because every video we make, it has humanity and it has never give up message.
Thank you for sharing these things with the world.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see what you do next
Where can
and who
people
you
find you?
inspire. Yes.
We have a Facebook page, facebook.com Actor Varun, or you could follow me on Twitter, twitter.com Actor Varun, and Instagram.com Varun_Pruthi. And that's all the social handles. I would just like to say one thing. One person can change the world. One person can change the world, but one person can inspire the world to change. So be the one. Thank you guys.
Thank you for that beautiful message. Thank you so much for
Welcome.
being here.
Thank you so much.
As always, we've come to my favorite segment, the
Yeah.
segment where we find the silver lining in a not so great story. It is called 60 Second Silver Lining. Justin, what is our story this
for
week?
over 68 million fans out there, this story is not very good. So I guess the bad news is that Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account. But the good news is it's one less way for us to have to keep up with the Kardashians.
Ooh, the bad news is Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account, but the good news is you can still follow Khloe, Courtney, Chris, Kim. There are so many more, and she'll definitely appear in all of their feeds. So don't worry,
you go.
she hasn't gone anywhere.
All right, for some people, the bad news is that Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account. And the good news is now there's only 2 Kardashians in the top 10 Instagram people. And also, kudos to The Rock. You're now in the top 10.
Nice! Get it, Dwayne Johnson. I love him. We mentioned him in like every episode. The bad news is Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account, but the good news is I didn't even notice. I didn't follow her in the first place.
All right, well, the bad news is Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account. And the good news is magazines like Vogue are saying, yes, you have to buy our magazines now.
Oh, there you go. The bad news is Kendall Jenner deleted her Instagram account, but the good news is you can still get those pouty, perfect lips, right? She sells a lip kit, yeah?
Or is it Kylie? I don't know with
know.
those two. And the good news is that we are done with 60 Second Silver Lining.
Yes, let's move on to some other people's
Let's
good
move
news.
on. All right, so we love sharing good news from you guys out there in the world of social media.
That's right.
All right,
What
so
do your
I've got
friends
one.
got?
Mary Baker said, my bestie Wendy came to stay, and they treated me to lunch at Sloop today.
What is Sloop?
It's somewhere in Wales, so I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
hey, free lunch is always good
Free
in my
lunch
book.
with friends. Good
Yes.
job, Mary.
Good job. Speaking of old friends, our buddy Tadeo, remember who we did
Yes.
Carpasso with? He said, USC Athletics, we are going for the national title next year as we beat Washington.
Good luck,
Definitely in
Trojans.
football, but not the football you're thinking about. Definitely
Ooh,
soccer.
all
That's what I'm
right.
thinking.
All right, well, we got one from Pat LaMonica Thomas. This is Hi, Aunt Patty.
Hi, Aunt Patty.
She says, I'm with all my sisters. My mom and her sisters there were 7 of them.
Wow,
There's now 6.
same.
And they all went on a trip together in Florida. So I hope
What
you
is
guys
it
had a
with family
blast.
vacations in Florida? That's where we always used to go too.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
a great time. I know you love your travel. This one's going to be polarizing. My friend Blake Walker said, set up auto pay at Planned Parenthood. There you have it. It's good news to somebody. All right, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, spread the love, the positivity. We will be back soon with a brand new season. A brand new
Season?
Yeah.
Well, Amy, this has been an honor, honestly, to do the show with you. Your baby, you created it, and
I birthed
I'm
it to
so
the world,
happy
and the world watched
and
it.
thankful that I've gotten to share all this good news. And every time doing this with you, it's been a great experience.
It's
so
been
thank
my
you.
pleasure to have you seated here next to me, sharing your love and light radiating from within. So
So good.
this guy's awesome. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. And, we won't be gone long. Share your ideas, your thoughts. If you like the show, let us know. And tell a friend. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.